Hey everyone, and welcome back to Investing Guide. If you've been following the channel, you know that we've been quite bullish about Cardano. We on the channel, and many others like us, have been positive about Cardano's prices, predicting that it's going to increase to new highs. However, that doesn't mean it's perfect. Like everything in the world today, and especially the crypto industry, there are plenty of cons, and you've got to consider these when making an investment. With that in mind, here are some of the biggest problems that people have with Cardano. Issues that many think could well lead to it crashing out of the top 10 cryptos in the world. But before we start, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that you turn on notifications so you never miss out on any updates from the world of investing. One of the biggest challenges Cardano is facing right now is a lack of scalability. It's left many decentralized applications unable to function properly. For example, MintSwap, the first decentralized exchange to run on the Cardano platform, encountered severe scaling issues. That's understandably led to worries about Cardano's capacity to run smart contracts. When Cardano recently introduced smart contracts, many in the Cardano community were elated, as it was the next big step for the Cardano cryptocurrency platform. But it does look now as if this has been merely exposed for the limitations of the Cardano blockchain. Users who were testing MintSwap were astonished to discover that the dApp could only handle one transaction per block. In fact, in a tweet, MintSwap noted, "It is unfortunate that we have to shut down our testnet temporarily. We've gathered enough data from our testers to improve the fundamental of our DEX. In the next few days, we're going to publish our post-mortem, our scaling solution, and when the testnet will be open up again." A Reddit user noted, "Looks good, but when I try to swap things, all I'm getting is transaction fail, UTXOs are being used in this block. Please wait 20 to 40 seconds and try again." While Cardano's got a very active community of supporters who believe that the coin's long-term success is gonna happen, many features are attractive to investors. Well, its pessimists believe that there is a very real chance that it doesn't have the means to be competitive in the cutthroat crypto industry. It currently occupies third place behind Bitcoin and Ethereum, and the difficulties in concurrence, along with some other issues, could well see it drop out of the top 10 cryptocurrency firms in the world. Ultimately, to gain traction and remain competitive, Cardano's got to be able to offer tangible value, something it is finding increasingly difficult to do. At the moment, many investors have come on board in the beliefs that Cardano's going to be the next big thing, but with the outlook becoming increasingly gloomy, we may well see investor confidence sinking. Instead of competing with the big boys, Cardano may very well find itself becoming a forgotten footnote in the crypto industry. This doesn't mean that it definitely will happen. As we know, in the famously volatile crypto world, anything is possible, but given the problems Cardano has been facing lately in particular, well, its chances of success appear to be fading. It seems that many in the Cardano community don't anticipate how much of a challenge building scalable, decentralized applications on the blockchain is going to be. Cardano employs a novel version of Bitcoin's UTXO model, called Extended UTXO, unlike Ethereum and most of the smart contract-capable blockchains that are an account-based model for computer transactions. The Extended UTXO or eUTXO model is proving problematic because dApp builders are having to deal with a so-called concurrency issue. Basically, concurrency is the ability of a smart contract to handle interactions with several other different parties at the same time. It's an essential mechanism for the efficient processing of multiple tasks. Now, eUTXO-based smart contract blockchains make it hard for developers to improve currency without harming decentralization and security. In contrast, account-based models by default allow many users to interact with the same smart contracts. Obviously, this is a massive advantage and is already proving a major headache for Cardano. Those who develop apps on the Cardano blockchain have been forced to look at alternative means of achieving concurrency. For example, to work around this problem, developers could build dApps that permit segmentation or aggregating many interactions to settle on the same state. This would mean fragmenting liquidity into multiple states, which would really damage capital efficiency in a decentralized exchange. However, they could also use third-party-based sequencers to combine multiple transactions, which can be settled as a single transaction in the same pool. This could well prove to be a workable solution, but there is a risk that such a practice could increase centralization. Other proposed solutions for the cryptocurrency issue include implementing Layer 2 protocols and sidechains. However, this also causes centralization and security problems. Ultimately, there's still a big question mark over whether Cardano can support scalability and efficiently decentralized exchanges that are fully on-chain. Critics believe that it's unlikely that Cardano will be able to solve the concurrency issue without making security or centralization compromises. In the end, DApp developers might be able to work on this issue, but it will involve centralization and significant development and UX changes. But before we talk about some of the other issues that Cardano is facing, let's tell you more about today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Lolly. Lolly is a Bitcoin-based app and browser extension that gives you free Bitcoin every time you shop online. Lolly offers 30% Bitcoin back to your Lolly wallet from purchases of over 1,000 brands on the app, such as Nike, eBay, and Adidas. The choice is yours. And it only takes 2 clicks and 30 seconds of your time to make a purchase and claim your Bitcoin back. Click on the link at the top of this description to find out and try Lolly today. Alright, now back to the video. Another issue that Cardano has is that it is susceptible to spam attacks. The reality is that transactions are processed in a first in, first out order, without regard for the fees paid. That means that whoever submits a transaction first will get it processed, regardless of how high the fee pay was. Now, this may seem like a fair system. The problem is that it's gonna be easy for a spammer or some kind of cyber attacker to hold up the platform indefinitely, preventing real transactions from going through. As we know, the internet can be a scary place, and the cryptocurrency industry attracts its own fair share of crazy people. It would not be too outlandish to suspect that a scammer or spammer would do something like that to Cardano to prove a point or to settle some real or imagined grievance. Just a few months ago, Nano's network was spammed, causing major problems for the platform, and in this instance, Cardano's low transaction fees could work against it and make it an easy target. Consequently, this could also be a real threat for Cardano and negatively impact its profitability going forward. In fact, the price of ADA has been rather subdued, even though we saw the Alonzo hard fork recently go through. However, as we already mentioned, there has been a significant rise in issues with the smart contract capability. As a result, the launch of many dApps has been deleted. The reality is that Alonzo has gone live with only some show smart contracts that were developed in-house by the Cardano team. Soon after the Alonzo hard fork, Cardano's shares hit an all-time high of $3.09 in September. But the news of the difficulties that dApp developers were having on the Cardano platform caused the price to fall swiftly. Even though Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson described Alonzo as ushering in a new era for Cardano, it looks as if all these promises have got some time off. It's looking increasingly unlikely that Cardano is going to be able to launch the type of amazing application that's going to blow a competitor like Ethereum away. At any rate though, it's not going to happen anytime soon. In fact, several decentralized exchanges have already explained that they're planning to delay the launch until the issue of transactions is addressed. Under these circumstances, it may as well take years for high-quality dApps to appear. Obviously, that's going to leave Cardano behind many competitors like Ethereum. These guys have already been extremely popular and have got really popular apps on their blockchain. Whether the hype's going to be enough to keep it going in the interim period remains to be seen. Now, you may be thinking that we're being overly critical of Cardano here, but do consider that Cardano is still 33% from its peak of over $3, which it hit in early September. There used to be a time that Cardano was compared to Ethereum, but now it's being overtaken by Solana. Solana's got a market valuation of $72 billion versus Cardano's value of $62 billion. Some cryptocurrency watchers feel that Solana has surpassed Cardano as a cutting-edge threat to Ethereum. Here again, we can see a lack of dApps hurting Cardano. In contrast, Solana has been hosting smart contracts, dApps, and non-fungible tokens on a less congested network than Cardano. In fact, Solana's ecosystem of dApps is way ahead of Cardano. This could be one of the reasons why ADA is falling behind. Solana has been besting Cardano in other areas. For example, its ability to help create NFTs has allowed it to grab a substantial share of NFT marketplaces. In comparison, Cardano is nowhere to be seen, and it's nowhere near as competitive in terms of NFT. This really puts Cardano behind the curve, as NFTs are not just used by art collectors. The growing popularity of the Axie Infinity blockchain-based game has added the utility of NFTs, as they can now be used as in-game tokens. This means that Solana has been rising. Don't forget that there are other cryptocurrency firms that have got their eyes on Cardano's place in the marketplace. There are several, including us, who are supportive of Cardano. and we can most definitely see a huge increase in its prices. So all of you out there, just remember that Cardano is a coin meant for the long term. Its progress is slow, and hence, we likely won't see any major profits for a few months, but 10 or 20 years down the line, well, it might come through. However, at present, with such tough competition, it remains to be seen whether or not Cardano is going to be able to come up with an innovative solution that the market is demanding. It certainly looks like it's got its work cut out. Well, that's it for today's video. While you're still here, go ahead and click on one of these two videos on your screen.